Hello, world. Hello, world. It's Mike on the mic, man. Of course, as always, I appreciate y'all for being here, man. Appreciate y'all. We gonna do a little Houston Texans preview. Houston Texans. It was up to the Jaguars, the Colts, and the Texans, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I wanted Jacksonville. I was trying to play Jacksonville all day. Like that was my goal. Like I wasn't worried about Jacksonville. I wanted to play Trevor Lawrence. That dude in Deshaun Watson mode. Like he in Deshaun Watson panic mode. He playing the same way we've seen him play. He trying to, instead of just making the right play, man, that dude trying to be a superhero on every play. That dude trying to make the big play every play. And when you play quarterback like that, man, it's come on, man. It's not feasible. It's not something you can consistently keep up, man. You're gonna make mistakes. It's that's in my opinion why the guy looks so horrible, and he's beat up. That's another reason why I'm comparing him to Deshaun. Man, he's beat up. The dude's not healthy, so he's out there trying to prove to the world that I'm Trevor Lawrence, the number one pick, and dude ain't healthy. But anyway, on to the Texans, man. Trevor Lawrence lost, failed me. I wanted to beat you. You failed me, Trevor. So now we face the Texans, who I'm not afraid of the Texans, but I'm not about to sit here and speak about CJ Stroud the way I spoke about Trevor. You got to put a little more respect on Stroud's name, and I'm gonna give him that. Stroud's a monster. CJ Stroud is a beast. Not compared to other rookie quarterbacks now or the rookie class. Like he is a top quarterback. If you look at the league and don't look at years, don't look at experience. If you knew nothing about that and just watched quarterback play, man, that dude Stroud is top one of the best in the league. He can make every throw. He can beat you with his legs if he wants to. He don't scramble a lot, but he can run. He makes the right decisions. And the most important thing you got to look for when you looking to see a franchise quarterback is you see it. He makes everybody around him better. He makes teams that were supposed to be projected to be just, y'all probably gonna be like bottom, like picking high in the draft again. To okay, now y'all made the playoffs just sheerly off of what this dude bringing to the table. Him and D'Amico Ryans. Got to give D'Amico Ryans, the head coach over there, some credit as well. It's not all Stroud. He's still a rookie, so he's still got some shortcomings. So I give D'Amico Ryans his credit. Absolutely, because he's the opposition to Kevin Stefanski for Coach of the Year. He's the only one, in my opinion, is this threatening that award. Because what they're doing over there is great. No one had the Texans projected as going to the playoffs. Not that I heard. None of the experts. I didn't. No other fans. I didn't hear anybody's channel or nobody saying that, ooh, the Texans are some sleeper team or they about to be real good. Watch. I heard the opposite. So when you can just be a rookie quarterback and a new head coach and make that type of impact, man, I tip my hat off to them, man. And that's a part of the reason why I didn't want to face them. They're overachieving. Like in a sense, their season is already a success. If their season ended on Saturday, boom, they lost, which is the plan because we should beat them. Don't get me wrong. We should beat them. We're better than them. But if they season ends Saturday, like it's going to, I mean, come on now, like it's going to, they still like that. That was their season was an accomplishment. Everybody in the front office high fiving. Hey man, good season. Whoo, good job, y'all. Heck yeah. We went above and beyond. So when you placing a team like that, man, they playing with house money. They playing with house money. They not coming in here um, nervous or feeling any type of pressure. Man, they just coming out like, man, we're not even supposed to be here. We got a rookie quarterback. A rookie quarterback and a team full of people that y'all been telling us stink all year, all off season. That offensive line, their team outside of CJ Stroud, man, I'm really not worried about. That's why the Browns, no, the Browns should not have an issue with the Houston Texans. We beat them 36-22 last time we played them. That was a couple weeks ago. Regular season, obviously. We beat them. They did not have CJ Stroud. Obviously, I just spoke very highly of him. Beating them 36-22 sounds closer than what it even was. We really we blew them out. It was over. It was a wrap. It was over. They scored 15 points in the fourth quarter. Granted, we scored 8 in the fourth quarter, but the game was over. It was really more of a lopsided score than what it was. Case Keenum played for a little bit, looked horrible. But y'all could say, hey, Case Keenum, we know Case Keenum, man, he played for us. Like, it ain't like the guy's a world beater quarterback. Like, he's not some top quarterback. So, yeah, he looked horrible. But you got to look at why he looked horrible. Why he looked horrible. He had no time to throw. And even when he did have time to throw, he had no one to throw to. Man, when you compare that pass rush and that coverage, it's lethal. It's lethal. That's one of the main reasons. That's the majority of the reason why I'm not concerned about anyone in the AFC. When you compare that, it's tough to consistently beat. Especially when you mix in that aggressiveness that we play with, it's really tough. And now it's really tough to consistently beat. Because, yeah, you're going to get your big plays, your big chunk yard run, or your big chunk pass play because we might, miss a tackle when we only got one guy in the area because we're aggressive. We playing man coverage and things like we're high risk, high reward defense. So you might get that off a couple times. But are you going to get it off enough to win you the game? Can you put it together enough to consistently put points on the board and win the game? And you talk about throwing in CJ Stroud in there. He can't block. So that's still the same offensive line. He can't get open. So that's about to be the same receivers they got. Hines is a good receiver, y'all. Hines is a good receiver. Their number one receiver is Nico Hines. He's a big body. Dude's like 6'4", 6'5". He's a big dude. But, man, you got to face Ward all day. Or Emerson, whoever Schwartz decides to put on him. He might have Emerson shadow him or something. He might have neither one of them shadow. He's not going to have either one because we already know Ward stays on his side of the field. So, not worried about him. When we played him last week, he didn't do anything. Like, these guys weren't getting open and all that when we played them last. So, that's fine. They can bring in CJ Stroud. He still got to throw to receivers that I don't plan to be open often. And he still got to move and evade in the pocket that I feel like will collapse quite a bit because the Browns are about to be hyped. Like, hype. The way I was saying the Texans are coming in here with house money, or not coming in here, they playing at home, but they got house money, man. They're not nervous. They're not feeling any type of pressure from the outside world or inside the organization. Like, man, they skipping through lily fields. Like, they chilling, man. They happy to be here. Browns, we're not feeling much pressure, but more than them because all off season, all year, like playoffs and beyond was our goal. Some fans I know, the season's over, Chubb. Anybody that knows football and knows how the defense was looking, man, playoffs was the goal. As long as we had competent quarterback play, and even with no competent quarterback play, when we had Walker in there, yeah, it was. We still think negative in the turnover ratio, man. But with that defense, we had expectations. We had expectations, man. So we in our script that was written throughout, we were planning to be in the playoffs. The script for the Houston Texans did not get written out that long. The season was canceled before it got to playoff time. It wasn't getting there. So we got a little more pressure than the Texans do, but the difference is, man, we got that type of just that Schwartz swagger, man. We really do. Like the way these guys celebrate, like they believe. They not out there. Can you imagine how silly we would look and the type of pressure they putting on themselves game in, game out. When you go out there, you just make a tackle for a loss and y'all out there celebrating, rubbing y'all bellies, rocking babies and skipping, doing dance moves, backflips, all type of stuff. That the next play, the offense seen that. Like the offense, they know our motto, man. These guys dancing on us, crip walking, all type of stuff, break dancing. Man, you don't think these guys want to get back at them for that? You don't think them like people wanna rub our face in that? Man, the defense ain't worried about no pressure. They welcome that. That's our style this year. It that like the defense has set the tone for the entire team. We ain't worried about none of that. The Browns about to come out juiced, like juiced for this game. It's the first time we in the playoff, and like it's like we're riding high, like high. Let's not forget, man, when we made the playoffs with Baker Mayfield, dude, people was shocked, mouth on the floor when we beat the Steelers. Like they couldn't believe it. Y'all didn't even believe we was gonna beat the Steelers. Like y'all was the Texans. Y'all was happy we was in the playoffs. I kind of was too. I was just happy. But I was like, man, we could beat the Steelers. We did, but we were playing a role, man, where we was just happy to be there. That ain't the feeling no more. And I'm talking about even with the team. Like the team was doing well, Baker was doing well, but to me the team still wasn't good because our defense that like I ain't going back to that year. But my point is, man, this year it's a different belief. I believe the players truly believe. Like the players are like, dude, who gonna beat us? Who gonna beat us? I believe that's the way the defense walking around. Like they're like, dude, I'm looking at all these opponents. I'm not worried about none of them. We can shut any of these guys down. Just don't turn over the ball a million times and put us in a bunch of bad situations. Y'all could do it a couple times. We've seen that all year. All year, even with Flacco, putting the defense in a bad situation. Giving our opponent the ball in our territory. They already in field goal range. What the defense do? Get a turnover or either hold them to a field goal. Like those are wins. Man, I'm not worried about none of these. I'm not worried about the Texans in that sense, man. I'm not worried about nobody in the AFC, but we gonna just stick with the Texans, man. The Browns, I truly feel like about to come in there and punch them in the mouth. Because as much as I'm saying how impressed I've been with CJ Stroud and how good he is, like it ain't just me. Like a dude is a monster. Look him up if y'all don't know. Like that dude's nice. Top 5 already. If you just look at the stats, man, that dude's nice. But he can't do it all. And he's still a rookie. He's still a rookie at the end of the day. So he's going to have some stuff that he's going to see out there and be like, what the heck am I looking at? Or, oh, man, I thought that guy was going to drop back into coverage and the other guy was going to blitz. But, man, he's going to have moments where he's going to be completely confused. This is going to be a defense he hasn't seen. It's a gift and a curse for us. Possibly a curse. But for us that he didn't play when we faced them a couple weeks ago in the regular season. CJ Stroud didn't play. So now Stroud, whenever you beat a team anyway, the losing team typically always has more to gain from the film than the winning team. When you lose in general, you go into film sessions with a different mentality. The coaching staff does. The players do. You have a different mentality of how you're breaking down this film. Now you know whatever we put on film wasn't good enough. We lost, whatever the reason. I know I need to watch this so I get better and figure out how I can prevent this loss from happening. But when you go in with a win, man, it's not that you're not breaking it down to get better, but man, like you won. So yeah, I'm gonna work on this to get better, but it's just a different way of breaking it down. This is just human nature, man. It's different mentality of how you break it down. So CJ Stroud doesn't have any film of himself he can break down from the Browns in our defense this year. So he got to look at what Case Keenum and Davis Mills did against us and how we game plan against Case Keenum and Davis Mills. I highly doubt that Schwartz game plan for not even Davis Mills because Case Keenum was a starter and Mills came in after we kind of knocked Case Keenum out. But I highly doubt the game plan for Case Keenum will be the same for the game plan for Case Keenum in the regular season will be the same for a CJ Stroud in the playoffs. So a lot of the other players can kind of use some of that film, but CJ Stroud can't. Like, it's not. I don't believe it's going to be a whole lot he can take, because I think Schwartz about to throw all type of different looks at him. I think playoff Schwartz with this defense is about to be absurd. I truly do. Like I said, we got the pass rush and the coverage, man. You can start getting a little, man, you can start getting real crazy and deadly looking with these formations and the schemes and the different type of blitzes when you have that. Agbo Okoronkwo's coming back this week. And I say this week because this will be the first meaningful game. He played against the Bengals, but the guy was just playing and sprinkled in a couple plays. I'm glad he got that playing time. I'm also happy we did not play the starters, man. You see what happened to Shelby Harris, Cedric Tillman. Cedric Tillman's in concussion protocol. Shelby Harris has a calf injury who's supposed to be day-to-day according to Stefanski, but those are the types of things that happen, man, and it's not worth the risk, because that could have been a Myles Garrett instead of Shelby Harris. It could have been an Amari Cooper or a Joe Flacco, anybody. It's not worth the risk. I don't care if we got beat 31-0. I don't care if we got beat 37 to -7. It don't matter. It does. We on the playoffs. But man, the Texans don't scare me. CJ Stroud is their hope. Like he is their one and only hope. Also, with him not being able to see the game plan and all that, not playing us when we played him in the regular season, the way it could be a curse is, man, this dude's just about to come out and we don't know. That's the thing. Because we don't he could come out here and completely have wrinkles in him, and D'Amico Ryans and this Texans coaching staff could completely have some game plan where they're like, all right, we know, all right, this is what the Browns like to do, and they could find some wrinkle within our team, and CJ Stroud could just abuse it, because we don't. I'm telling y'all, CJ Stroud is that type of quarterback where he can overcome some adversity. So I'm not saying that he will, but I'm not about to be shocked if he comes in there and he start carving up our defense. I'm truly not. Just because, man, the dude CJ Stroud's different. Different. I already like him. If I could pick any quarterback, you allow me to get any, man, he top 3-4 are the guys I'm picking. Mahomes, obviously, but man, that dude's gonna be nice. I'm happy we facing him his rookie year, but I'm not worried about him in the sense that consistency, man. He got to consistently beat this Schwartz defense. And I believe Schwartz, like I said, man, he going to have some wrinkles for him. He going to have some stuff for him that he's never seen, never thought about seeing. He hasn't seen a pass rush like this from any team that they face. He hasn't seen a defense that plays aggressive like we play. So this is all about to be kind of new for Stroud. And it's going to be the playoffs. It's going to be a different intensity. It's a big mystery behind how this defense is going to look against the Texans. And it all like it's just on Stroud and how he's able to handle the pressure and all that, and what type of scheme they come out with. It's a game of chess in the playoffs, man. I'm hyped for it. And we kicking the playoffs off. First game of the playoffs. We starting it off. We about to be the first team to advance to the next round. Well, I guess the Ravens and the 49ers and kind of already advanced. But yeah, I know what I mean, man. In terms of our offense, going up against this defense, it's amazing, man. I'm not concerned because of Joe Flacco and Stefanski. Like, the pairing of them separately, man, is just two goofballs. But the pairing, man, I'm not concerned about those two. They gonna have a game plan together. They gonna have a game plan. Like, those two mesh together so well. It's legitimately as if you took a coach and then was like, hey, man, what would be the perfect compliment to the coach on the field? Like, who let me create a player that is the coach but just the player on the field. Man, that's Joe Flacco and Stefanski. They like one and the same, man. It's truly crazy. I'm not concerned about them, man. They up game planning all night together. They probably having a sleepovers and everything, man. Game planning all night until the game. So I'm truly not worried about them. They gonna have this offense ready, and I believe our run game will look much better than it's looked in the past. It's kind of started to look a little better the past couple weeks, but our run game is not where I believe Stefanski wants it. Man, Stefanski likes to run the ball the way he likes to run it. You see how pass heavy he is, but man, Stefanski loves that play action, which means you've got to be married to the run when you're gonna run that play action. And I believe we're gonna have a good running game this week, man. I think the new wrinkles that we gonna throw in and to show the Texans, because just best believe like they've got stuff up their sleeve. Like there's stuff that we have not seen. Plays where just watching it on a broadcast, you may not know the difference, but if you replay these games, you're gonna see different wrinkles in what we've seen throughout the rest of the entire regular season. It's gonna be different. I I really hope Tillman is out the concussion protocol and he can play. Elijah Moore should be good to go. Cooper's good to go. I'm hoping Tillman is there because Tillman is a different kind of receiver. We don't have anybody to really replace him with. Um, Tillman's a big body, dude, big body, and I know Cooper's a big body as well. But Cooper's our number one receiver, so he's getting covered as a number one receiver regardless. To have another big body underneath that, that's huge. That's huge. So I'm hoping he's healthy. I told you about Shelby Harris. He had the calf injury that he was dealing with during the game. Kevin Stefanski said he is day to day. Agbo Ankarwankwo was back playing in that game, so he should be full go for the game on Saturday. We're getting back healthy. Other than that, we came out of the Bengals game healthy. That's beautiful. That's the goal. That was the goal. I don't care all y'all complaining about being embarrassed by the Bengals. Who cares? Only the Bengals care now. We on to the Texans. They're on to the couch in summer vacation. Like let them be happy they beat us. We gone on to bigger and better things. But let's also about the offense. Let's not forget this is the game that Coop put up record-breaking numbers on. Flacco and Cooper were unstoppable in this game. Unstoppable. This is the game Cooper had 11 catches for 265 and 2 touchdowns. Flacco had 368 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 picks. He's gonna turn the ball over, guys. He's gonna give defenses opportunities. Same way y'all love these big plays he makes and those throws where he's threading the needle in between 3 guys, and you're like, wow, that's a great play. I love this quarterback. Yeah. He's gonna give you the interceptions too, man. You gotta take the good with the bad. In this game, this is one of the games where we just could not run the ball, and we didn't need to. You see, just give it to Cooper was the game plan. But Jerome Ford had 15 carries for 25 yards. That's a 1.7 average. Pierre Strong, 5 carries for 22 yards. His at least was a 4.4 average. Kareem Hunt had 7 carries for 11 yards. Like we could not run the ball, but we didn't really need to. Like it. This game, that's why I'm saying against the Texans on Saturday, I do believe we'll have more of a run game. Because now the Texans are going to put it on film and be like, man, how did they beat us last time? It's real obvious. Cooper absolutely demolished us. So who you going to make sure you take away? I highly doubt they about to let Cooper come in there and do that again. They're going to be focused on that. He may still do it, but it sure won't be because they didn't attempt to focus on it and stop it. Cooper is going to be getting extra attention. What probably won't be getting extra attention is trying to stop our run because they're going to feel like, man, we already stopped it. Like we stopped it. They didn't run the ball on us. That was not the reason we lost the game. Their focus is going to be on the pass. So I truly believe, man, that run game, I think it's going to work out because we can also look at that film. I told y'all, in losses, you look at it different. So, yeah, we won the game, but if you Bill Callahan, the offensive line coach, and you looking at the film and you saying, if you Bill Callahan and Stump Mitchell, our running backs coach, y'all looking at the film together and saying, man, we lost in the run game. How come we did not succeed in the run? These were plays we thought would work. Why didn't they work? So now they's trying to solve the problem. I think they will, because I don't think the Texans view it as a problem, and I think that's going to be a mistake. I think we're going to rip off some big runs. I'm hoping to see some more Pierre Strong, man. Not going to lie, I wanted to sign Dalvin Cook. I know, yes, he is a shell of himself. He is not Dalvin Cook from 5 years ago. I know that. But neither is Kareem Hunt. Like, if we being real, man, come on, y'all. The Kareem Hunt's my guy. I like Kareem Hunt. But this ain't personal, man. It's business. And the reality of it is, man, Kareem Hunt is done. After this year, I don't believe he'll be on the NFL roster again. This is his last hurrah. The guy runs hard and is a good pass blocker. That ain't enough to keep you in the NFL, man. He can't do anything else. Because he runs hard, he falls for his little 3 yards when we need him or whatever. And he can catch the ball a little bit out the backfield, but man, this dude ain't got any explosive plays left in him, really. Unless it's just, I'm not saying he can't, but in terms of him just being explosive every play, nah. That's not who he is. I ain't seen that man run more than 5 yards all season. I love Kareem Hunt, man, but I'm hoping to see a little more Pierre Strong, man. I need Kareem Hunt in there. I'm not saying don't play him. He is valuable. Like I said, the guy's a great pass blocker and catcher. So on them pass downs, man, hey, short yards, hey, have him in there. But I need a little more Pierre Strong in the run game, because he's the only runner that we have that has home run ability. Ford, yeah, we've seen he can hit the home, but I'm talking about Pierre Strong got a different gear. Like it's a different gear when you watch Pierre Strong run compared to Ford or Hunt. Man, he got a different speed he can hit that those two are not capable of. So I ain't saying give him more touches than Ford or none of that, but can we get the guy in there a little more? My goodness. I guess that's nitpicking though, man. I'm up here. I just said I ain't worried about the offense. I'm day over there having sleepovers, Stefanski and Flacco, and now I'm about to nitpick about Pierre Strong. My bad, Stefanski, my manski. I take that back. Not worried. All in all, man, if y'all can't tell, I've got the Browns beating the Texans. I don't see it being much of an issue. I truly see us punching them in the mouth and getting out of there with a decisive win and rolling this momentum on to the Ravens. To the Ravens, I believe we'll face after this. I'm ready for it, man. I'm ready for it. But anyway, man, I'm gonna get on up out of here. I appreciate y'all always, always, always. Y'all can know I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I love y'all. God bless y'all. Enjoy y'all weeks. Enjoy y'all playoff ramp up week. We kicking things off Saturday, man. 4:30. Hype for it. I see y'all when I see y'all, and peace.